Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes, as usual. I'm wearing clothes. Anyway, uh, I was talking to a friend of mine who has a sister who's delusional. Um, we were talking about dating, and my friend is a girl, of course, and she's not really a friend, she's just a girl. For the sake of this conversation me and you are having, I'm saying she's a friend. Anyway, I was talking to a girl, and she's having dating issues. And so when a woman has dating issues, it's because she has issues. Because in the end, the women pick and choose if they go out with these men. Because most men do a numbers game, like they ask out or try to date, as many girls as possible at the same time because they only end up dating one or two because women pretty much say no. Um, and so, my friend was complaining about all the men she dates and how they only want one thing. And I told her that the common denominator is you because you're the one picking these men. There's plenty of men, I'm sure, in your inbox on your Instagram that you see at college, whatever, that when they ask you out, they're probably, good, regular, nice guys. It's just you're not attracted to them. You turn them down, and then you end up dating these other people who, you know, sleep with you, then leave. You're just you're busy picking the top whatever 10% of guys who have options. And so when a guy has options, he's not gonna pick you. He's just gonna sleep with you and leave. So once again, it's the woman's fault. But anyway, we're talking about her sister, and so apparently her sister is 35 years old, single, and is waiting for a very specific type of man. She wants a white man, her age, who's in the military, who's at least 6'2". I'm gonna describe her. 5'4", fat, below average looking. Um, at 35 years old, fat, below average looking. Do you think you're going to attract any man, and especially a man who's in the military, over 6 feet tall and white? I mean, the race doesn't matter in this. That's just her preference. But you got to remember the height part. Uh, I believe in America, 12% of the population is over 6 feet tall. So that alone, you are narrowing your dating pool by a lot. Height is one thing that women, the like the women that want a man over 6 feet tall, good luck, because the average man is 5'8". That's the average. Average man is 5'8". That's just it's called genetics. That's called the human race. Average man is 5'8". So I don't know what to tell you if you want a man who's 6 feet tall, but it's really hard to find. I don't know what to tell you. Um, but I was just looking at pictures of her, and I just couldn't get over the delusion that she thinks that at 35, fat, ugly that she's gonna find a man her age that's still single, and she wants a man who's single, like she doesn't want a divorced guy. She doesn't want a guy with kids. She wants basically something the average like 20-something-year-old woman wants. A guy with a clean slate. Like I don't understand the delusion women have. Um, and so I'm just thinking like, did this woman have an upbringing where, you know, in her interactions with men, everyone's calling her, beautiful and, you know, like maybe the body positivity movement got to her and she thinks she's actually a catch. But I mean, you got to explain that to me. Just the complete delusion of women. I don't understand. And then even my friend, she's 25, and she's not a friend. I'm just saying that for this show. She's 25, and she's the sister. She's good looking. Um, she's not fat, but she's 25. Okay, so 25 and over. I mean, we're entering the danger zone. So even this woman, if she wants to actually like get married, settle down, have kids, she needs to do that now. Okay? Because, that magical age of 28, 29, 30 for women is that's when women get desperate. That's when women will just marry anything just to get married. But the thing is, you got to do this now. You got to work on securing that now. And then, like the average woman, the average American, not just women, the average American does not take care of themselves. The average American is out of shape, overweight, and once they lose that, I'm young, so I can stay skinny, I can stay in shape. Once they lose that magical ability, it all goes to hell. So even her, she's like one sandwich away from wearing a size 10. So even she needs to like start settling down now. But her, I know for a fact, is suffering from the delusion of men throwing themselves at her, trying to get with her, calling her this, calling her that, beautiful, hot, blah 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 blah. So in her mind, she probably thinks every guy thinks she's hot, but that's not true. You're 25. 25 is too old for me. I would never date a 25-year-old because the wall. A lot of people say the wall. A woman hits a wall at 30. To me, the wall starts at 25. I think the oldest girl I've ever dated is 24. That should say something. I'm a nobody, and the oldest woman I've dated is 24. Girlfriend, whatever. I mean, I've slept with older, but that's not a girlfriend. And so if you're a woman and you're still single at 25, that's a red flag to a lot of people. Like when you're a woman, you're at your peak when it comes to looks. I'm being dead serious. Your peak is the age of 16 through 24. If you can't find a man between that age to settle down and be married to and have kids with, it's it's over. Because remember, a woman's value is based on her age, her fertility, her femininity, her being agreeable, being pleasant to be around. That's what a woman's value is. Her looks. Okay, so all that is peak between ages 16 and 24. That's plenty of time to find a serious relationship, a committed relationship, settle down, and marry that person. I mean, that's if you want kids. I mean, like, cause remember, think about we're talking about fertility. Okay, like after the age of 25, like half of your eggs are gone. Okay, seriously, like your eggs don't last forever. So and the average man who wants to settle down usually wants to have kids. So you look for a woman who's younger because it's safer and the woman's more fertile. I mean, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about nature here. It's just whatever science, whatever. You can't help it. You're just more fertile between that age, and it's safer to have a kid. So I mean, these women who are late 20s to 30 who are like still looking for a man blows my mind. It's like you're a woman, like you don't know the basics of your own nature. Yeah, there's cases of women having a kid at 40, but it's not as safe. There's a lot higher chance percentile of a chance of the kid having a problem. It's a lot harder to get pregnant. You know, like you're pushing something that you literally should have done 20 years ago. But I don't know what's wrong with these modern women. And I was talking to another chick, and it's gonna sound weird. We're on a video game. I was it was a video game platform. We're talking, and I don't know how the topic came up, but we're just talking about dating, and I was just like, the main thing, the main thing a woman has to offer is her, like her being feminine, you know her looks, like being skinny. I mean, it doesn't take much for a woman to please a man. Just like don't eat at McDonald's and smile. And so I'm telling her this, and she's like, "Well, I should be able to look like whatever I want, and I should be able to sleep with as many people as I want. It shouldn't matter." I'm like, "You're delusional. So you're telling me that you think you could be fat and have a body count of 200 and you're gonna get the guy you like?" She's like, "Yeah, it shouldn't matter." Well, I'm like, I don't know what world you're living in. And she's like, "But like, what if a man was like that?" And I'm telling her, "Well, a man isn't valued primarily on his looks because a man has to provide. So a man is valued on other things like, does he have a nice job? Can he provide for the woman, keep her safe?" He saw like there's other factors. That's why a guy doesn't have to be as quote unquote good looking. And then she was complaining about, well, a guy's body count should matter too. And I'm talking to her. I'm like, in reality, how many guys do you know have slept with thousands of women? Like, unless they're professional basketball players. So is that really a topic of conversation? And then like if you ask a guy, he's he's lying about how many women he's been with anyway. So it's really not an issue. But women can easily like an ugly woman can sleep with 200 guys in a week if she wants. So it's really disgusting if a woman has a high body count. But once again, she didn't get it. She'll be 45 years old with 6 cats, posting on Facebook, bitching about it. But whatever. The delusion of women blows my mind, and this is another example of why I don't like interacting with people. Because the more I interact with people, the more I realize that people just don't get it. Anyway, I've said enough. I'll talk to you later. Peace.